Park summit. One is a chairlift where you board a gondola or chair and glide up to the top. The other way is the Ridge Rambler, which for those who don't like heights and prefer to keep their feet on the ground, is a much more preferred method. But whether you decide to ramble your way to the top or glide there, once you're there, you're greeted by a panoramic view of the Smoky Mountains and plenty of activities for you and your family. One thing I always suggest to people if they're going to visit any one of these three places is to consider trying to find a way to go both during the day and night. Because during the day, the stunning sunlight, colors, and leaves, obviously, are just amazing to look at. But then at night, changing, adding more attractions every year. Just last year, they finished up the Bird Vista, a multi-tiered play area for families, and they continue to add more shops, restaurants, and activities as well. And of course, like I said, nighttime does change and transform. The Astroluma show is one of those things that you might want to consider adding on to your ticket. It is a dreamy after-dark trail filled with glowing light installations and music. As the sun sets, Anakeesta's mountain village begins to glow with pumpkin-themed decor, live bluegrass music, and colorful lighting. Guests are encouraged to meander the property and enjoy the festive Halloween glow and enchanting fall colors. It's a perfect spot for families who like to have Halloween with less monsters and a little bit more magic. Outside of spooky season, Anakeesta stays lively year-round with its treetop skywalk, the longest tree-based bridge system in North America, or the Anakeesta Tower, offering a 360-degree view from the highest point in downtown Gatlinburg. Thrill seekers can ride the Rail Runner or take a thrilling zip line over the mountaintop attraction. But for those who prefer to relax and take it easy, there are plenty of decent shops and restaurants as well. There's a bunch of different kinds of restaurants. The Cliff Top restaurant offers a more elegant experience, a sit-down dining option for people who are at the top of the mountain. And of course, there's the Smokehouse restaurant, which is a little bit more casual for those who just want to sit outside and take in the sights and maybe have a little bite to eat. And all throughout the park are other small food stands and opportunities to gobble your way through Anakeesta. And even after Halloween is over, the fall festivities do begin to change from fall to winter and Christmas in Anakeesta. But Anakeesta is still offering to keep fall alive for just one more day. Because for those of you who will be heading up to the mountains atop during November, Anakeesta is now putting on a Thanksgiving spread. We haven't actually tried it yet ourselves, but if you're looking for something a little different, this might be something to look into. The biggest downside to Anakeesta are their ever-increasing pricing, lack of free parking, and that weather can really put a damper on your overall experience, especially if it starts raining when you're on that chairlift and you're floating up to the top of the mountain. It can get bitterly cold at times as well. Most of the activities are all outdoors, and if it's raining, very cold, or very hot, it can make enjoying it a little bit harder. And as I said already earlier, there is no free parking or designated parking for Anakeesta. You kind of have to find a place around the area, such as the parking garage, which is about a block down the road and only $10, but you still will need to pay for parking. Up next is Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, where fall meets one thing: go big or go home. Dolly Parton's famous park turns autumn into a full-scale festival with its Harvest Festival running from mid-September through late October. The daytime brings live gospel, country, and bluegrass performers alongside artisans and craft booths. pumpkin-inspired foods, and cozy seasonal smells. And Dollywood really knows how to impress with their decorations and flowers. All throughout the park, they're full of fun, whimsical pumpkin creations and amazing floral arrangements. During the day hours, the park is all about fall colors and sights. But when the sun goes down, the Great Pumpkin Luminites takes over. Thousands of hand-carved pumpkins, glowing sculptures, and massive pumpkin towers light up the night. Everywhere you look are amazing pumpkin sculptures. You might even find one that looks like a guitar made with pumpkins, or even a giant pumpkin spider. But what would Dollywood be without finding at least one butterfly made from pumpkins? Or another one of her motifs is the quilted jacket, or colors of quilted items made out of pumpkins. And of course, there's the Alley of Lights with spooky pumpkin ghosts with the faces of owls hanging above your head. And even though they add a little mist to create a sinister mood, it's still fun and lighthearted enough that even young children won't be afraid. For food lovers, there is the Harvest Tasting Pass, which you can buy and sample all the different fall festival dishes throughout the park. Everything from sweet potato cornbread to maple bacon funnel cakes. It's basically a Thanksgiving feast on a lanyard. But even if you don't want to get a harvest tasting, the park is packed with so many different food choices. Dollywood has actually won awards for all of their food choices and excellent dining opportunities. One of their highest, most popular item is the cinnamon bread rolls, which are served fresh and hot all day long. These gooey delights are one of the highlights for many park-goer days. And of course, I do love my pretzels, and Dollywood has one of my favorite pretzel dipping sauces ever. It is over by the train station. You can get these pretzels with Alfredo dipping sauce. I really love those things. And Dollywood has a lot more than just tasty finger foods. You can also pick from many of the different sit-down dining options. One such place is Aunt Granny's restaurant, where they have a family-style, all-you-can-eat buffet kind of style meal. Here there's fried chicken and mashed potatoes, gravy, and of course lovely desserts to choose from, and Granny's is usually open from 11 to 8 p.m. every day. Dollywood, of course, shines all year long, not just in autumn. Roller coasters like the Wild Eagle, Mystery Mine, and Big Bear Mountain draw in thrill seekers. But not all rides have big dips and sudden drops. Dollywood is packed with rides for littles, such as the Blazing Fury, an indoor dark ride where the firefighters are the heroes and townspeople flee a raging fire in the 1800s. And there is a cast of lovable bears that the little ones can ride on the Black Bear Trail. So whether you love to be dropped, spun, or carried about, Dollywood has you covered. Throughout the year, they have live stage shows and musical performances that cater to visitors of all ages. You'll find dozens of these shows year-round, one of my favorites being the bird demonstration, where birds who've actually been rescued by the park are the main stars and guests get to learn about these amazing animals. The park's craftsmen demonstrate their traditions and trades like blacksmithing and glass blowing, giving a small town feel amidst the big-time rides. During the fall season, they even invite skilled pumpkin carvers to demonstrate their intricate art style for the audience. And, of course, a visit to Dollywood wouldn't be complete without riding the iconic steam-powered trains that run the park. So, what are some of the downsides to going to Dollywood? Well, let's start with their popularity. I know that seems like an oxymoron, but the thing is that because Dollywood is so popular, the crowds can be atrocious. Parking becomes extremely limited, and in some cases, they actually can't find parking for you during the peak seasons. Dollywood also charges a hefty parking fee, so if you can find a parking spot, you most likely had to pay for it. And of course, their prices. Their general admission is usually about $100 now, and it has steadily increased every year. This isn't as cheap a park as it used to be, and though it's not as expensive as a Disney trip park might be, it's certainly starting to feel that way. For our final destination, we're going to head on over to Sevierville, where Dollywood is one of the oldest attractions we've talked about. This place, SkyLand Ranch, is the newest. This park is more like Anakeesta. It's a growing mountain, well, it's kind of a mountain, top attraction that transports guests to stunning views and thrilling rides. Outside of their mountain coaster, all of their attractions are at the top of this mountainside. You can get there with the chairlift or, like Anakeesta, they do offer ground transportation. During the fall season, SkyLand Ranch brings a different flavor to fall with a more rustic Western theme, with just a touch of spooky. Perched above the parkway, and you can see Pigeon Forge from the distance, the ranch mixes sweeping mountain views with the small town fun. During the Halloween season, it hosts the Moos and Boos family event with trick-or-treating. Now, fall isn't the only time the park decks their halls and brings out festivities. All year long, they have different themes and give park guests something new to experience. With the Christmas season coming up, that's a big one, and they do a spectacular job with that. SkyLand Ranch has also begun to carve out a year-round reputation for fun with its many different rides and activities that are included in admission. One such ride is the horizontal sky chair lift. This ride glides you up through Sevierville, and you get some spectacular views on the way up and on the way down if you decide to come back that way. There's actually a lot of activities that kids can do that are more running around and playing and having a little fun, such as the Buckaroo Play Barn, or there's even some other activities like this terrifying net thing that they have in the middle of the park where kids can actually jump and bounce around in there. You wouldn't catch me dead in that thing. That just terrifies me looking at it. Also, they just recently opened this newest attraction. It's called the Wagon Wheeler, which kind of spins you around in these chairs. This is included in your admission, and for those of you who like a little thrill, it's a great ride. But for those of you who just don't like any kind of thrills like me, you could also just walk around and enjoy the views from this amazing elevated multi-tier walkway. As you're walking up and around, you can take a look down at the city below. Tanger's is right across the street, but they even put in a couple plaques here and there to give you some information about the history of Sevierville, or even point out some of the mountain peaks that you can see from their mountainside attraction. Throughout the year, the park also offers a plethora of other activities and live entertainment, such as the country band feast for those who want to have dining with an amazing view of the surrounding mountains and city below. And for an extra fee, you can also take an exhilarating mountain coaster ride. This Mountain Stallion ride is one of the longest mountain coasters in the U.S. They even have a hay ride where the experienced ranch hand will help tell you more about their animals and let you pet them. One thing about SkyLand Ranch is that they have free parking, and they are a newer attraction. Although the crowds at times can be intimidating, they don't come close to rivaling those lines and crowds you see at Anakeesta and Dollywood. So what's the downside of SkyLand Ranch? Well, they are still developing, which means they don't have as many rides, shopping, or dining that the other two places offer, and their prices are beginning to head up there a little bit. But they are far better for people with smaller children or those who just don't like the really super long rides. So, if you're comparing the three Smoky Mountain favorites, it's really hard to pick a single winner. Anakeesta offers a lot of family-friendly activities, which are included in your admission price. They also have some great dining options, stunning views of the Smokies, and are close to Gatlinburg. But they are getting a little expensive, they can get very crowded, and they don't have their own parking. And on top of that, they do have a lot of things that you have to pay extra for. For one price, Dollywood delivers unbeatable variety and spectacle, with a reputation that is spread throughout the country for not only their top-notch foods, but their down-home country values and wholesome experience. But downside, you have to pay for parking. Their prices are going up,